Hi and welcome to our channel. My name is Maria.
And my name is Maria too.
So here with the Dos Marias, we're gonna talk about the ones that are W-2 employed or salary, or what else can they be in this circumstance?
Yes, great question. So whenever you get paid, we were looking over your capacity. So you can get paid with a W-2, but within that W-2, there's so many ways that you can get paid. So we're gonna talk about that so you understand a little bit more how we see it and how we calculate. So in your capacity, whenever I see, okay, how do you get paid, Maria? You with a W-2, 1099. In this case, you're like, well, I'm a W-2. So I need to go a little bit more in detail, okay? So that means that your salary, so salary, no matter how many hours you work, your specific, this amount of money. Now, within your salary, you could potentially get bonuses depending what you do. You could get maybe an additional commission. So we would have to see. Now, keep in mind that anything extra that you receive besides your salary, we need to have these 2 years of 2 years of history.
So you can count them.
So we can count as that income, correct. So if you, let's say, switch jobs and now your salary here and your salary now, but now you're gonna get bonuses, I can't count it because you didn't get a bonus in your previous employment history, Speaking of employment history, we usually require 2 years of employment history. So we want you to see 2 years of employment history. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to be in the same job for 2 years. You could be switching jobs.
Can you be switching fields?
You can be switching fields too. So if you decide to go from this field to another field, as long as you go from W-2 to W-2 within 2 years, you're fine. Okay?
Got it.
Now, salary. The other type of income that you can get, pay, is hourly. Most of the full-time jobs are 40 hours. You can get paid part-time, and when it's hourly. You could also get bonuses. And you can also get commissions.
Right.
So we need to see your hourly. There's a lot of employers, like, different professionals, like nurses, police officers, that they have time shift differentials.
Morning,
you might
night.
work, exactly, morning, night. So we would need to see how you get paid. And whenever I get the most recent pay stubs is when I see, okay, it's flat 40 hours. Maybe 1 week you work 32 and another week 28 and another week 52. So then at that point I would have to average your hourly rate to give you an income.
You have no idea how many lenders kind of mess this up. So I'm telling you, get the right lender that can really understand this so that you can qualify for the most, basically.
Correct, yes. Whenever you want to get pre-approved, we want to see exactly your capacity. And if you don't know how to calculate income, or you're like, yeah, but this is what I bring home, but you're forgetting that we don't use what you bring home as income.
Right.
We use your gross income before deductions, before Social Security and all your deductions, maybe your 401k or pensions, whatever contributions that you might be doing. So it's important that hourly we see everything that you're getting paid. Now, there are people also that they get 100% commission,
Right.
but they get with a W-2. Like us in our profession, people, some car dealerships that they get 100% commission, but at the end of the year we get the deductions and it's a W-2. So it's extremely important how you get paid. It's not that, yes, this is how I get my paycheck. We need to see the breakdown of everything. Now, when we're talking about the 2-year history, right? And we said from W-2 to a W-2, you're perfect. You're okay, no problem.
Right.
Now, if you went from a W-2 to a W-2 and you had, let's say, 90 days off, then now in your new job, you need to be 6 months in your new job.
Got it.
So, because we need 2 years of employment and you just took off 3 months, so now we don't know how much money you're making. So you will need to show at least 6 months. That's in most of the programs. There might be some exceptions,
Right.
but in most of the programs, we need to show that you're already in your new job for 6 months if you had any gaps. Now, if you took a week off or 30 days off, you're fine, no problem. If you go from a 1099 to a W-2, you are okay. So let's say I work for somebody, and well, I'm sorry, I work independent.
Right, you're a hairdresser.
Yes.
That wants to just leave her salon and move to somebody that pays her a salary, right?
Correct. And I want to manage the salon, and now I'm the office manager, the salon manager. As long as I'm getting paid a salary, you're okay to start right away.
Perfect.
No problem. Now, if you go from a W-2 to a 1099, because you're like, okay, I am the office manager in this office, but I can manage my own business, then you need to wait 2 years for the most part.
And that's because you're going from something stable to something where you can deduct what you're making basically, and probably, let's say you're making 100,000 a year, all of the sudden after deduction you're left with 20,000.
Correct. Yes.
So that's why the bank wants stability basically.
Correct. And when you're W-2 and you start on your own, the first few years, you kind of like are reporting losses because you're building your business,
Exactly.
you know? So we don't foresee that. Even if you tell Maria, but I'm projecting to make, instead of $100,000, $300,000, well, you haven't filed your taxes yet. That's why it's so important that before you file your taxes or you make any changes, that you need to come and talk to us.
Perfect. I'm hoping that you understood now better how things are working with W-2 employees and employees? Or
Yes.
Employers. Okay.
Employees.
W-2 employees. And for any other questions, I would say one thing would be to give us a call, and the second one would be to check out the other videos that are very self-explanatory, very easy to understand, that will put you on the right path in purchasing your next property.
Yes.
Call us. Ciao, ciao.